something like this.
Afraid of what I made and played and plus a boogie fit, so say you flipped and true. Put that music in the monkey bit. Triggers from the good town, ill town. Some that's how it feels now.
For a minute though, and I've been peeping how you stand in the mirror. So keep doing your thing. Mind over matter, matter of fact to make it rain. No, no, you ain't even gotta say shit. The only thing we're speaking a different language. Hopefully they bilingual. Don't worry about it. They should keep up the tempo. There's only one of you, and I appreciate every little thing that you do. With your ripped jeans and Timbs, always on the phone, always hanging with your friends. Snapchat, laughing, other vision. But you know I'm doing what you tripping. I feel like you tired of running around to keep me high. You know let me down. But it's always about you. Hey. Alright, so that's always about you. Is my latest song. It's okay that you're gone. Now I'm glad it didn't work. Keep you in my mind. Thought that I'd be fine. No, it's been so long. No idea how I'd even learn. Keep pushing my pride. All this time I've tried. Oh, I've the perfect you, keeping your hurt heart in mind. I knew I expected to lose. So how I say that I'm wrong, how everyone seems to do. But I didn't expect no calls, maybe just a reason for truth. Knee deep in your shadow, watching it all unfold from right here. Now I'm lost, so better off. I'm mine and won't deceive me. breaking. God knows it's not working. Maybe we can mend it when someday when the sky turns green, realize it wasn't on me. Well, it wasn't on me.
No, but that's cool that you say that because like a lot of artists don't have confidence in themselves to be themselves, and they want to sound like this person, or they want to sound like the next person, or like you just said, like they want to be the next thing. But if you're the only so-and-so.
I deal a lot with like the insecurity in music because it still takes me a really long time to figure out like who I am. Like first of all as a person, because I'm like 25 and I don't know if that's old or young. I don't know. I feel old, but I think also like artists, they have inspiration, which is fine. It's based off somebody that they like love or they.
But don't go
look up to.
overboard with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you can be inspired.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I always feel bad for just like us artists. It's just like press the button. And
Yeah,
leave.
exactly. Like you don't need a space and a time, whatever.
You got on the Greyhound open mic show about a month ago, I want to say, but thanks to social media. I messaged you and
how'd you find her?
we need some more female like performers and singers and artists. So I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna put a post on Facebook, and then as soon as I put the post, I started scrolling through Facebook. Someone else put a similar post talking about I need singers, female singers, whatever, and then somebody tagged you on that.
That's cool.
You did the Greyhound. Shout out the counterfeit people. Well, maybe not shout. Yeah, maybe shout out for that post, but because I got to you first before they did. And then you came to the studio, and then we made Pick Up the Phone.
Yes.
Shout out to Keem Singing.
Yeah, shout out.
So you want to tell me about that day, night, evening that we came up with that? Like,
For the Dog and Pony Show, I performed, and then everybody that's on the Dog and Pony Show gets a free session upstairs with all of them. We all went upstairs and hung out, and while we were up there, we were supposed to bring his laptop with the music to for somebody to engineer. And it wasn't working for some reason, and I'll never forget it. It was so embarrassing.
it happens. It happens.
No, it does happen, yeah. Dude, chill. Like, we can make a whole new record. You and Keem started fucking around on everything, and we came up with this like really poppy, like exactly what I'm looking for.
She was like Timbaland. You know Timbaland.
Yeah,
me and Keem look at each other like, she know where she is right now. But I like stories like that because it shows how organic things can come about.
Yeah.
You ended up at a BBE with Amanda and Ryan, do a
Yes.
photo shoot. That's
Yeah,
before
yeah.
that, and now you guys are gonna shoot the video for it.
Yep.
So it's like if that mistake didn't happen,
Let us out.
what would have happened? We would have never made that song. Maybe our connection wouldn't have been as strong, you know. So let's go even further. So with your singing and all that, where did that come to be? Like, was it when you were younger? Did it happen later on?
So like as a baby that I was a lot more musically inclined than a normal like child. Yeah, she's like, we just grew up in a very musical house all through our life, like all types of music. Anything, everything, we were in it. So I guess I had no choice.
You ever tried theater at all? Or?
No, but I went to a choir school when I was in 4th grade, I think.
Still use techniques from that?
3rd to 4th grade.
Can you
Yeah,
sing?
I do.
Can you sing?
I learned a lot like of structured music, I guess, there. Like how to read notes and piano and stuff.
Right. So let's fast forward then. You're in high school. Do you start recording any music, or is it more college, or when did you start really getting in the booth?
So I didn't start recording music for real until that. Like,
What does for real mean? Every time I ask,
So
I
like
just start
in
recording
booth,
for real.
in the booth, like.
But did you record like maybe in a closet?
Okay,
a
so yeah, I did
garage?
record in a closet.
There you
So
go,
my
see?
first song,
Yeah.
okay, shout out Fayo Mob, shout out Logan. That's my really good friend. So he started rapping. He started this whole thing. He really like made it seem like this is like real for anybody. They were just sitting there and they had like a song and it was Diced Pineapples. You could still look it up on YouTube by Logan and featuring me and my friend JD. So they're like, yo, I think it would be dope. Diced Pineapples by like Drake and
I think it's like what Rick Ross or
Rick Ross. So they were like, yo, can you sing this? And they knew I sang, but it wasn't like ever like Antoinette or, you know, I wasn't SAESOH, I wasn't anything. Antoinette could sing. So I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. And the song was dirty. Like I am still, when you fuck me all night till things get right, I couldn't do it. I'm like, no, like I'm not doing it. My mom's gonna hear this. Everybody in high school's gonna hear this. No, I was just like, nah, fuck this. It goes like viral, like all over high school. Everybody's like, yo, what the fuck? And at first it became kind of like a joke, like, yo, you were on Diced Pineapples, you know? And I was like, yeah, so? And then once they saw that, like, once people saw that, like, she can really sing, or it wasn't like a joke, I guess, it was like, damn, like, she could fucking sing. And then from there, I kind of realized, like, well, I know I can sing, but no one just heard me. You know, no one just never heard me.
It's kind of like a hidden talent skill to yourself.
Yeah, I just kind of, like, kept it to myself, so.
So how does that evolve into being SAESOH?
I kind of like the attention that, like, people were giving me for my talent. Like,
In high school?
Yeah, because I heard you on this song and this and that, like, that's cool, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, maybe I should do it for myself, you know, instead of featuring. Or I had my friend Mario, he hooked me up with Motive and Sonato, which are really dope. We started making music from then. And then we hooked up with my past producer, Tino, and he just started making hits, and that's where those 2 songs came from. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and they just pushed me. They were like, dude, you got it.
What year would you say were your sophomore, junior, senior when you did this Diced Pineapples one?
Diced Pineapples, I was a sophomore, so.
And how did you and Mozzie link as far as that? It's interesting because he's your producer. He's your producer, but you guys are also together. So like, how did you meet him, and what's like the challenges, I guess, of working with like a significant other?
I said, like, this is never gonna work. The music and like relationship, you have to pick one. Maybe this isn't gonna work, and we still continue to fight that, like, that thought of people thinking that's not gonna work, because we fight a lot, especially when it comes to being creative. And instead of like making beats for other people, you should be making beats for me. And he you know, there's just a lot like that comes with that. With me singing in front of him, I mean, you see me in like the studio upstairs, and I'm like, oh, I can't like be myself.
I'm like, none of us can see you. Like, we're all
He's
looking,
like, nobody
we're all looking
cares.
at the screen in front of us, and you're behind us in the posting.
Yeah.
Kind of not force each other, but challenge each other to step outside your comfort zone. To be like, hey, I know you don't do this.
You're
Let's
like
try
the millennial Donnie and Marie.
For real.